good, everyone? Hope you're doing good today. Starting off the video with the Verossa, but today we're gonna be doing some really interesting stuff with the E53 X5, since the car has been in the storage for 6 months. Can't get my tongue around sometimes. And today is the first start, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about that, because last time when I run the X5, it was there was some sour cream on the dipstick for the oil for the engine, so that's most likely because most of the times car has been used for really short trips, for like less than 30 minutes here and there, errands. And the V8s seem to not really like that, so that's why you get sometimes the sour cream look-alike substance on the dipstick. There you go, that's the boss right here. And the reason why you don't plastic dip your grills is because the next summer, once all the snow is melted, your plastic dip is also melting from the chrome right here, but it's gonna get changed in just a second. And the whole reason why I'm recording the video for the startup is because there's one problem with the X5, and it's called the typical door handle situation. Now the car is unlocked. Obviously it's not gonna open on me with the key turn, so the tricky situation is that the battery is located in the trunk, and in order to get to the trunk you have to open the car. In order to have the car opened, you have to, that's correct, you have to get the battery in, unlock the car with the key fob, and open the rear door. But that's not happening because there is no battery. But I'm gonna do a little procedure right now. The thing is, I left the hood open for me, so what I'm gonna do is basically connect one booster cable here to the positive and the negative, unlock the car with the fob, and there you go. That's an easy solution for you how to open your BMW if your battery is not charged and your door handles are there you go, 1 and 2. I don't see the reason for this not to work, so let's cross the fingers and see if it works. There you go. A moment of truth. It looks like a moment of truth is not happening. And it's not happening because the rear battery is not plugged in. Therefore the circuit is not closed. Amazing. Amazing. Failure number 1 for today. Never mind, I was wrong. Never mind, my theory was right. It's just the connectors weren't really clean, and voila. Come on. There you go, voila. Wallahi habibi. There you go, now she's open. A lot of dust, black on black. Yeah, there you go, the trunk is open now. The first start is gonna be today. Mission accomplished. Mission number 1. A little bit of motor oil love. Unfortunately right now it's Castrol age, but it's all about to change to the normal BMW oil, which is not the twin turbo power, because the twin turbo BMW is, as much as I know, is also Castrol, so that's not happening for this engine. The last thing is the typical BMW X5 owner operation, opening the door from the back door. Doesn't get any better than that. And also really stoked, dude. I found my 300ZX key, which has been missing for 1 year, and I found it in the back of the X5. And the 300ZX is not the one that you think it is, but I also have that one. It's that baby right there that looks really crippled. Mr. Straight Pipovich. Cold start, but not yet. First of all, let's turn this off. Now, the thing is with the BMW cold starts and long starts, you have to put the key into the ignition and wait 40 minutes until the synchros will start adjusting themselves, and you will hear that about right now. I just heard it. The reason for that is to align your synchronization in the valves in your heads, and you have to do that 3 times. You insert the key into the ignition, wait for 1 minute, and then turn the key off, wait 5 seconds, and then do that again 3 times, and then you can start the car. And you're idle, even if you has been running the car and you just see some idling issues, you just do that procedure and the idling issues will go away, and your motor will be running really well. So, second time. Let's fast forward it to the cold start. Yeah, maybe it did help a little bit, but the engine light is just flashing, and I think something is not really pleasant at all here. Let's hear the engine runs really bad right now. Although it feels like it's running really smooth, the engine check engine light doesn't make me feel really good. But anyways, we're not doing anything today that's regarding the engine. We're doing only little pleasant updates on the interior, and those are OEM BMW options. Down the road I'll be adding some options from BMW, but not from the E53, and I think those options are really worth it, because this car is pretty old, and to make it to get it up to date, it really needs some new BMW parts, which are also high quality. So yeah, now we're back into the X5 in the storage unit, and we're gonna be talking today about a couple of pleasant upgrades that are pretty much OEM plug and play. First of all is the overhead compartment right here that we have. The standard overhead compartment, at least in my situation, came with the ultrasonic car alarm for the interior, which is this piece right here. And I don't really like it because it doesn't really make much sense. It's just a floppy, unusable. This piece right here, which is BMW USIS, and what I want to change it for is this unit right here. This came off of a pre-facelift BMW, and since then they didn't want to implement that much technology from the 2000 to 2003, which is the pre-face BMW X5 E53. They did a really simple thing, which was overall pretty much glass holder. And instead of having my fancy stuff inside, which I can't use, I would rather have this exact piece assembled, and all you do is basically you disassemble 4 of the units right here, 4 of the Torx, and you swap it out from here, because this is a pre-phase lift, right, situation, and this is right here we have a unit for sunroof of the panoramic, and then this is for the garage doors, the 3 buttons. This is a blank unit, which I can probably find useful for something else. And this unit right here, in my situation, is the microphone, and it looks like this. Basically, it came as a microphone, and overall you can pretty much disassemble it yourself. And if you are putting in something aftermarket for your speaker system, Android, anything that you're switching from the factory Bluetooth CD changer, what you can do is just undo this microphone setup and put in your microphone into here. Just place it gently so it doesn't dribble when you drive. It doesn't create any other unnecessary sounds. Maybe even put some kind of a mesh over it and glue it into this compartment right here, which goes up. And in my case, what I did is I put my microphone into the handbrake, I mean below the handbrake, and it looks pretty good, but what I'm gonna do is definitely stretch the microphone all the way to the roof. And before that, we'll start off with a really simple plug and play upgrade, which is this. If you don't know what this is a typical BMW little flashlight, and to my surprise, this is just a plug and play accessory which you can install into your glove compartment. There you go, BMW flashlight. Here we have 2 connectors. I'm just not sure if in order to make it work, I have to connect some kind of fuse in a fuse box. Just to give you a closer look, it lifts up, and it lifts up automatically because it has rails that automatically flip up the switch right there. And all you have to do, once you get the flashlight, you plug it in. After that, you can just close it. There you go. Now you have a flashlight that you can install. Pretty neat, to be honest. Basically, it's a typical light bulb situation here we have. It's not really a useful flashlight. In order to make it work better, you have to install some kind of a capacitor and then switch the regular light bulb to the LED. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go that route, but for now I'm just gonna leave it here, and then I'll figure out whether it's chargeable or not without implying any fuses. We have 2 Torx on one side, and we have 2 Torx most likely under the flashlight. Let's undo this flashlight. A very useful tool to have in your BMW. Just have a couple of these at least, because otherwise you're gonna be breaking things left and right. The light is off, and just to grab your attention for a second, beside the central button right here we have the little LED lights, or I'm not sure if they are LED, but they do give a sort of atmospheric feel to this car, especially when you're driving around at night. They turn on only in the evening and at night, as much as I understand, because they work off the light sensor in the car, and it shines up from top to bottom, and the entire in some BMWs they even have those lights located in the door handles, and I'm not sure if they are located somewhere else. We'll have to check with that, but that's also a really cool option that BMW came up with back in the day. Right now they just have long stripes with the GDR or whatever. I don't understand. I don't remember what they're called, but I'm looking for some kind of an organic feel, factory looking LED strip that is not super bright. To be honest, if it's not bright at all, that I can install along the lines of the design of the interior. There you go. It's a small simple upgrade, yet it's much better than just having a non-functional glass holder. The texture is exactly the same. There's absolutely no difference, and the best thing is that it's OEM, original. And the last but not least upgrade is this. It's probably the most weighted upgrade that I wanted to do for this BMW since about a couple of months now. I'm getting really tired of black interior, leather, and the other fun fact, pleasant fact, interesting fact, I don't know what you want to call it, but the difference in between this leather, I'm not sure if it's called Montana leather or Dakota leather, but if you look at the texture up really close, you see the texture of the leather right here, as well as on the armrest and in the door card. And if we're gonna go and check out the seats, I don't want to look at the dirty one, but let's look at the side mount for the side rear. And I'm actually gonna put it side to side. There's a much better look, much better view. But to compare the leather that is black on the Restyle BMW and this red leather, you almost see no texture. Now you do see a texture, and you see this is a much softer leather than this. Even by going with your hand, this is so much smoother, and I'm not sure what it is, but this is much more pleasant of a leather than this. These seats right here are not heated and they are not reclining yet. The red seats that I got are exactly what I'm looking for, because they're heated. The only thing with the heated seats that are coming, actually, you know what, I'm gonna take it off and show it to you right now in this shot. I'm gonna show it to you right off this moment. The seats are not heated yet. In the BMW E53, the electrical wiring is made that way that you can basically go to the dealership and ask for an option of adding the individual package of heated seats. Right here, as you can see, there is no wiring, no nothing, and it's the black leather seat. The control module is located in the cigarette lighter right here with 2 buttons for 2 regimes, and the wiring goes in 4 pieces for the bottom and the back of the left passenger seat as well as the right passenger seat, so they both have individual rear seat heating, as well as another adding option that I'm gonna have is located right here, and you can see, probably not right now, but right here we also have a thing called footlights. It's probably to illuminate your sneakers, I don't know, something fancy. And the electrical wiring comes here as well, unplugged. And what I'm gonna do next time I'm taking out the carpet is I'm gonna also equip it right here, so I have my fancy sneakers in the back when I'm sitting here and working on a laptop. Lit it up. Maybe I'll put a BMW logo, like a typical BMW owner, not sure, but anyways, let's go and disassemble all this stuff. Just spent an hour and a half swearing, but look at that, so well worth it. I've been working on this leather for about 2 days just for the back row, and then it's gonna probably take each front seat as well 1 day each, if not 2, to recover the skin and the leather, but just wow. And what I've been telling you about the plug and play, there you go, all ready to go. Side number 1 and then the side number 2 for each individual connection. Those are the heated seats. I'm just gonna have to swap out this panel right here to the one that has the buttons for the heating control. Yeah. Yeah, what a juicy picture. The fronts are almost done and the sides are coming in as well, with probably some kind of a solution for the door card. The reason why I don't like this, first of all, it's gray, silver with black, and second of all, it needs to be reinforced with an anti sort of a twitching, anti-squeak every time you hold this. It's just making this unpleasant sound. Not really worth it. And again, if we look at the texture of the leather, this seems to be like the Italian NAPpa leather, which is used in Rolls-Royce up to this day. And the leather right here, you can definitely see the texture on both of these units in the door card and on the armrest. And definitely this is a much rougher skin. I still have to figure out if it's a bull, whatever, but the red leather that's coming into here, which is original BMW red stripe, will be as soft as this leather. You can definitely hear the difference in even when I pat the leather, how soft this is and how rough this is. I just spent about 2 hours or so figuring out all these updates, and that's it for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Text down in the comment section what would you like to see me to add to the car, which I still haven't added. If there is something in mind that you would think is worth posting a video about, let me know. And that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, should be more videos coming next week. Stay tuned and have a good one. Ciao.